when we do the moves, I'll give you options. So you can always choose which option suits you. And I know that this might be hard for, I know there's a couple of people here that have had tailbone issues. So this one might hurt your tailbone. And if it does, I'd suggest you just lay on your back and do some little pelvic tilts until we join you. But we'll just hold on behind the back of the thighs and you sit up nice and tall. That's it. And then we just take a deep breath in and then a big breath out. Do that again and feel your spine really lengthen and lift up as you breathe in. And then a nice big breath out. It's a sort of a nice way to set your intention for your time here on the mat, that you can really focus on yourself. And a big breath out. Good. And then we're just going to put your hands forward, and all you do is you just sit back onto your tailbone. So you've pulled in your tummy and you're sitting back onto the lower part of your back, and then you roll forward and sit up tall. Yeah, so we just roll back. Good. You've set your cameras up really well then, you people. That's very impressive. That's it. So just a little roll back. So I'm hardly moving much at all, but it's a lot on that pelvic floor in the tummy because I feel like my belly button pulls back towards the spine. You can always hold on to your legs. That's another way that you can help yourself sit back up if you need a little bit of extra help. That's it. Good. All right. And then you just roll back just the tiniest little bit. So I'm sort of right there on my tailbone, and I'm going to open one arm out to the side. It's challenging. And then bring it back. And then just take the other arm out to the side and bring it back. Do that again. Just go out. Good. You can look to the hand. That's it. And then you're going to nod your head and sit all the way back and up. Good. And then we just roll down until you end up being on your back. So just go as slowly and with much control as you can, and lay all the way down, and then just bring your knees up a tiny bit towards you. And then pop your hands on the top of your hip bones. And the first thing we're going to do is a pelvic tilt. So all that means is you're just going to press your lower back into the ground. So that little space is pressing down, and then you reach the other way. So you've got a little space in the low back. So you're just tipping your pelvis forward and back. This is a good way to get your lower back moving and also start using your pelvic floor. Now your pelvic floor muscles connect with your core. And so when you press your lower back in and the pelvis comes towards you, you can imagine that lifting up feeling from underneath, and then you just let everything go when you tip the other way. So it's a drawing in and up. That's it. And then the other way. So use it as a tummy exercise. Okay, so you're using a pelvic floor lift when the pelvis comes towards you, and then you just let everything go. So this is a really good one to a beginner move to start strengthening your pelvic floor. And even I do a lot of core work and Pilates. I can definitely use these simple moves and still really get a good workout for my tummy. And then you just go back to where you feel like you're even, so just a neutral spine. And a neutral spine does mean you have a little space there in the low back. And then from here, we just lift up one leg into tabletop. Good. And then you're going to reach the leg out. So you point the toe away from you, and then you bend it back in, and you put the foot down. Good job, everyone. That's it. So lift up the other leg, reach it out, bring it back in, and put it down. Keep going. So lift, stretch. Oh, we're all in sync. That's pretty impressive too. And down. And again, lift up, stretch out, in and down. Now this is quite challenging if you're just starting to strengthen that core. If you find that it's too much, or you feel like it's you're straining at all in the tummy, what you can do is, instead of lifting up, you could just slide your leg along the floor and then slide it back. That's your option. So keep going with whatever you choose. And down and lift, stretch. Good job. It's just someone there with a little noise, and I'm just going to, sometimes I just go along and mute it. I can mute you from here. I don't know who's got the noise in their house. Don't want to mute everyone because I don't mind if you chat back. There we go. Okay. All right, and then pause when you've got both feet down on the ground. And then we're going to press your lower back into the mat just like we practiced a moment ago, and then lift up your hips into a bridge. So up, lifting the hips up and then just rolling your body back and down. And again, so tilt the pelvis, press through your feet, lift up tall, just open your chest so your shoulders are not really close to your ears. You're reaching your fingertips to your heels. Take a deep breath. And then when you breathe out, just lay your spine down, bone by bone. Okay, good. And we'll go again, just rolling up nice and smoothly. This is a good one to squeeze the back of your, your glutes, the back of your body, and then roll down and your hamstrings. And rolling up. And very good for warming up your back. That's it, lifting up, 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 and back down. And lifting up. Good, you're going to hold it at the top there. And then you're just going to take a little dip of the hips and lift up again. So just dip the hips down and lift up. Yeah, let's do 10, okay? 1, 2, and I'm really squeezing on the way up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm feeling my glutes too. 9 and 10. Okay, lift up the hips and then roll all the way down nice and smoothly and relax. And then you're going to roll up again. Up, 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 up. Okay, hold it there. Then the arms, they go over your head and you just let your arms rest there on the ground. Now, as you roll down, your arms are going to do a big circle. So out to the side of you, they circle around as you lay your body down. So you're sliding your hands along the carpet. And then you lift up again. The arms, they reach up, they go over your head. And then as you roll down, you do a big circle all the way around. It feels so good. Do a couple more. Go up, stretch. It's like I've got your fingertips and I'm gliding them away from you. And then as you roll down, you circle the arms. Good. Last one. Go up. Go big stretch over. Looks good, everyone. And as you lay down, a big circle around with the arms. Good. Next thing is you're just going to interlace your hands and pop them behind the back of your head. And your elbows are up off the floor a little bit. And then one leg goes into tabletop and you take a little lift up. And then you tap the toe down and your head goes down as well. So if you know that your pelvic floor is weak at the moment, or you feel like that might be a little bit much for your tummy, then what you do is you just leave your head down and the foot just comes up and down and you just leave your head on the floor. Okay. Keep going. That's it. Looks good. All right, take a little breather, and then you're going to walk your feet so that they're together and your knees are together, and then the knees, they go out to the side of you. So you separate your knees and you roll onto the little toe side of your foot. Then when you bring your thighs together, you can feel like your tummy muscles are pulling in towards your belly button at the same time. So your thighs go apart and then everything draws back and in. And again, open and pull everything in. Now we're going to add a little lift of the head and chest if you like, or you keep your head down. So knees go apart, but as they come together, that's when you lift up. Good. And then open the knees, you lay down. And again, just a little lift up and back. Now I always breathe out when I take the lift up and breathe in to lay down. And then exhale and inhale. That's it. Now have a little rest there, everyone. You can always go back to where we were now. I'm going to show you would be in one more step up. So the legs, both of them go up into tabletop. Your feet stay together, but your knees, they go apart. So you've got like a big diamond shape there. Hands go behind the head, and then when you lift up, the knees and thighs come together. And then when you lay down, everything goes back to that diamond shape. And then a little lift and back down. Okay, let's do 6. 1, 2. You make it work for you. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. And then knees together and put your feet down on the ground. So unhook your hands and put them down beside you as well. And you keep your knees together and your feet together, and then we're just going to take the knees over to one side and then draw it back and then over to the other side. Now use your tummy muscles to pull the legs back. So if you put your thought there on your core and the side waist drawing the legs back, then those muscles will switch on. I was going to say while you're doing this move too, you wouldn't believe it. We have a planned power outage here at our place at 10 o'clock, and the class goes till 10 past 10. So if the power goes out and I go away at 10 o'clock, I will just quickly jump up and switch to my phone data. So I'll probably be like 30 seconds delay. So hang in there and I'll come back to you. But hopefully it all works out fine. Now, you can keep going like that, or you might like to put your legs up into tabletop. Yep, squeeze them together, good, yeah. And then, I like the way you did that one leg up and then the other leg up. That's a really good way to make sure that your back's supported. And so we're doing the same move. Try and keep your knees in line and draw your fingers down towards the bottom part of your mat. So that's the way. And then bring your legs back into center, put your right foot down and hug your left knee. That's it. Good job. And then point your left toes up to the ceiling and you can hold on to your leg there. And it doesn't matter if your leg is bent or straight. Usually in the morning I've got a bend of my knee. Warms up a little bit as the day goes on. That's it, just hold it there, good. Maybe you flex and point your toes, move through the ankle there. That's good. Okay, and then you just relax and you put your hands down on the ground. Your leg stays up. And then we're going to do some little circles. So you go down with the leg, goes around and back up. So I'm drawing a circle, not too big, small enough that I can keep my hips really steady. This is a lot on the tummy as well. So go the other way. If you need to stop this and just point your toes up to the ceiling if it's too much. It's a tricky one. It's tricky to hold the hips steady. That's the way. And then give the knee a hug in and then just put it down. Then the other side, right side, give it a hug. Toes go up, give your leg a stretch first. Point and flex. And then we just hold it there. Arms go down on the ground and turn your toes outward a little bit so your hips are really even. And then we're just going to do a smooth circle. You could even put your hands on the hips to see how steady you can keep your body. And don't hold your breath. And then go the other way. Keep your shoulders relaxed. It's a lot of work for the tummy. Don't bring that energy up into your shoulders. Keep it down into your tummy. Good, and then just hug that knee in towards you and put your feet down on the ground. Then we'll have the left leg up into tabletop and your right foot quite close towards you. Hands are on the ground. That's it. And then you're going to lift up your hips, not roll up so much, just push with that right foot so that you can lift up and then just go straight back down. And we push to come up and straight back down. You can do it with both feet on the floor, would be a way to modify it. I'm not sure, I've lost count. I was thinking about 6, but if we hold it there and then you're just going to tap one toe down and lift the left leg taps down and up. Down, oh, we're not doing too many. 3 more. 1, 2, you got it, and 3. And then everything goes down and then you put that foot on the ground. Nice work. Then the right leg goes up into tabletop and we just do a little lift and lower. So just lift your hips up off the ground, push into your left foot. Keep going. Lift up and down. Up. Yeah, good. And then lift up, hold it there. And we just do a little tap of the foot down and back up. The trick is to keep your hips really still while this leg's moving around. Okay. That's the way. And then you come back and down. Didn't count, but it feels about right. Legs down. Nice work. Lift up your legs into tabletop and hold on behind the back of your thighs. We're going to use a little rock to end up sitting up again. So you tuck your chin and then you can give yourself a little rock. See how you go, or if your floor's squishy enough, and then come all the way up. Very nice. And if that's not right for you, especially if your tummy's weak, you roll to the side and you hop up that way.